Silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a...
All right. I don't know what my camera's doing right now. How's it going, guys? Can y'all see me? Let me see if it okay, yeah, okay. It's clear enough. I just woke up not too long ago, took a shower. All right, so this is day 3 of the National Convention. So I got some of my grades back yesterday. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was not happy with it. But we're gonna go over those right now. We're gonna look at them. It's so outrageous to the point that I almost feel like, are those really my cars? Cause like, anyway, we're gonna go over them and then we'll go over what it said was the issue. So let's just go in order. The first thing was the Venusaur. So let's just start at the top right here. So can y'all see that? So they gave my Venusaur a 6. So no clue. That was personally disrespectful, honestly. Everything was disrespectful, but the 6 was crazy. Like, what? So then we're gonna move on to, they gave a lot of 7s out. So for this first edition Jungle Pidgeot, they gave it a 7 as well. So can y'all see that? So we'll cite what they asked, the reasoning in a moment. So this one right here hurt me the most. Cause like I genuinely don't get how that happened. But anyway, so this is a 5. So at this point, it's starting to feel like the lottery. Cause I'm like, okay, what's the reason? The whole entire reason for this had nothing to do with scratches, nothing like that. It said bottom right hand corner. You would have thought I played with this card. How bad of a grade they gave. All right, so then for the Mewtwo, they gave me a 7. They gave it a lot of 7s, guys. So just so y'all know, in this first batch, I got 2 other batches that are submitted, even though they haven't shown up. And then last but not least, the Mew Japanese Southern Isles. And by the way, I went over these with a fine-tooth comb. To me, I thought these were 10s, honestly. I'm just be honest. I thought these were 10s. So there's a huge discrepancy somewhere. Let me just go and read over a couple of the reasons why, or what it says on here. So let's just start with the Venusaur real fast, cause like I don't know, it says reveal again. All right, I actually gotta get out of here, so we're gonna make this super quick. It's 8:30 now. Make this as quick as possible. Okay, so this is how the app looks, right? It's like you reveal them, like that's it, and then you tap. Okay, hold on. You gotta swipe it over, right? So boom, so you do that, and then that's the Venusaur, and then it's like crazy. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a thing where it explains the grades though. That's the wildest part to me. Okay, yeah. So I listed the Venusaur on it should probably already be listed on eBay now. Because I told them go ahead and send that listing. Because it's like, even though, what do I do in this scenario? Do I get it regraded? Like at this point, you just dumping money into a well, and you don't really know. You don't know what's actually going on. Hold on. Had a network error. I'm trying to get to the thing where it explains. The hotel's internet is not the best. It actually made me go. So if y'all are watching right now, I'm actually live only on YouTube. I don't know why, but it wouldn't let me go live on any of the other platforms. So I don't know if it's something with like their Wi-Fi. It let me do it for the past other days, but today it's just acting weird. And I really didn't have the time to figure it out. But okay, so boom, show express. And the crazy part, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all so that y'all just understand. All of those cards together were like 7 something. So, you know, it feels crazy to see those numbers back. Okay, am I connected to the Wi-Fi? Maybe I need to, oh, okay. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. I need to disconnect because it's trash. All right, hold on. Let's try this one more time. Interesting. All right, hold on. It's going a little bit faster on my actual phone internet, so let's see here. Okay. Listing pending. don't know if their website is just slow or what, because some of the things I submitted yesterday aren't even showing up. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get to the thing where it explains. It's not letting me doing it from the phone. I don't know why. Let's see. Where's my order? Contact. Da, 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 da. We gotta look at what it said though, because it's almost like a person copy and pasted the same problem for all of them, because it was like card chipping at all of them. And I was like, that's kind of weird considering they were stored in different places and they all are different years and they all came out of different packs, but they all had the same issue. Okay. All right. It's not wanting to load up. I almost could probably show it on the computer, I think. Let me see if I can find it on here really fast. I don't know if y'all know my laptop is not strong as my PC, so I don't know if it's gonna allow me to go through and actually show y'all, but I'm gonna see if I can, or at least if I can read it. Okay, so boom, return to dashboard. See here, collection, orders. I seen it yesterday, and today it's just like, oh, you know what? I might have to go from okay, I got it. I gotta go from my email probably. Let me just see if I can. Like I say, this is my first time submitting this stuff, so a little bit surprised, but I guess it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, that's kind of strange. Alright, hold up. So this is inbox primary. See if I can find it. See the receipt for that customer service submission. Was that yesterday? That was the 30th. Was that yesterday? I'm trying to find it. It sent me a specific email. It's probably more. Hold on. All mail. Okay. Here's the receipt. This code. Customer service submission. Thank you for being a submission. I wonder if it's only available for the time that you actually do it. That would make sense though. Let's see what's right here. Why would this be in the trash? No way it's in the trash. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it sent it to me off this. Let's see if it's gonna allow me to come up here and show y'all. Okay, so boom. So grader notes, yeah. I'm gonna try to right now I'm gonna try to do the browser where you can see it. So give me a second. Let's see if that works. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna go over here. All right. So let's look at the grader note. So on this one, this is a 6 for Venezuela, right? So as y'all can see, it's glad no scratches is 0. They didn't even acknowledge scratches, but they gave it a 6. Right? So look. Let's go down to the grader notes. It says corners and back corner chipping, to be specific. Y'all can see that. So corners, interesting. Corners, okay. So you mean front corners, right? Okay. Gotta mean front corners, right? Because it says corners, then it specifies back corner chipping. So let's go look at the back. So there's whitening here. I see this. So are they not calling it whitening anymore? Are they calling it chipping? Because, okay, 1, 2. Nothing on the top right. Maybe that, I guess. Bottom right, 3, 4. So there's whitening. I can understand that. Okay, 5, 6, 7. And I guess if you want to call it, I don't even know. Maybe 8. So if they're calling it chipping, because there's nothing on the front for sure. It says corners. So you must mean back corners. Corner. Not every corner though, but that's fine. So corners, and so front of card. So you telling me you can have a front of card flawless, no issues. But if you got whitening on a 30-year-old card, then they're going to give you a 6. Interesting. All right, let's move past Venusaur. Let's come on down. So you see they gave me a lot of 7s. This was personally disrespectful. It's even more disrespectful when it says excellent next to it. But we're not gonna go into that. Okay, now this one is crazy. This Pidgeot in my mind was a 10. So let's just look at it first. Let's not even listen to what they say. It gave it a 7. So let's figure out. Let's try to use our own brains. We know there's no scratches on this. I might have got like a 3 if it was scratches at this point. Like they trying to make me feel like I'm supposed to be happy about a 7. I'm really not. But okay, maybe something right there. You see that? All right, at the bottom. Even though, keep in mind now, they must have an amazing magnifying glass because I went over this with like a. Anyway, let's look at the back and then we'll look at the grade. Okay. Okay, that's white now. Some whitening right there. Whitening. Okay, right there. Some of this I didn't see though. I'm just saying, they either have a very good magnifying glass or at some point during the transit from my hand to wherever they graded it. Anyway, long story short, let's come on down here. It says corners and back corner chipping. Is it strange that this and the other thing have the exact same notes, almost as if not only was it graded by the same person, but also it was like a copy and paste thing where they not paying attention. It's like back corner graded, back corner graded. Interesting. Okay. Starting to see a pattern here. So you tell me glass on front, but because of the back on a 30-year-old card. By the way, right hand corner flawless, left hand corner flawless. Well, as we get down to the bottom, I see some whitening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't say whitening, it says chipping. Maybe they changed the name of it. I don't know. If y'all know, comment, drop it in the comments because I want to know. But anyway, all right, so that's a 7. Now let's get to the most disrespectful one. They gave me a 5 on this Charizard. How? So first of all, this is an extremely difficult to find Charizard. This is like the tops one. The tops ones are really valuable at this point. That's actually the animation. There's no scratches. I just want y'all to notice you don't see anything with any scratches on any of these. I just want that to be clear. Okay. I mean, that's not whitening, that's hollow. So I just want y'all to know that. If you see anything, let me know. Okay. So that's that. Let's look at the back. Okay. So, I mean, maybe that's why I don't know. Maybe that I mean, hard to say. So, let's read what they said. So they said greater notes, centering in front, bottom, right corner. So this is the front, right? Bottom, right. So for everybody who's like, oh, now I see it, you're lying. Because you didn't see it before. And I don't see it right now at this moment looking at it. Have no clue. Because it looks identical to the left corner. Look at the left corner. Just for reference, and I'm not trying to go against PSA, but I'm just saying, I read a lot of stuff on Reddit where people were saying there was some inconsistencies, and now I'm starting to feel that's possible. That's a possibility. I don't know what my wall television is doing right now. Hold on. It's blinking. I don't know why it's blinking. I was doing it yesterday. All right, so yeah, censoring, right? Centering, you say. So let's go look at a 10 then, since it's centering, of course. Yeah. I did this yesterday because, you know, like I say, I grade pretty hard myself, so feels like somebody rushed this. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, so let's look at this one that they gave a 5, right? Then let's look at this. Zoom in. Let's look at that. And let's look at mine. Look where the fire is at the top to kind of get an angle. A lot of this is personal preference, guys. I'm being honest with you. A lot of this is personal preference or how that person, I really got to say is how that person is feeling that day. Because I'm looking at one, and the one in the photo, I don't know, we don't know what this is, but this is on price charting. It feels like they don't want you to get up in this range. I'm just getting that vibe. I'm being honest with you. But okay, so, yeah. Let's look at the bottom right-hand corner of this one. I don't have a magnifying glass, but okay, right there. Literally identical. Didn't say anything about scratches. It says centering and front bottom right corner. I'm almost at the point where what I would say, don't come to the National and don't get it graded here because they're rushing it. That's what I'm thinking. That's not trying to knock PSA or anything, but as I processed it over the night, I'm starting to think, oh, they're rushing it because they got a lot of them. They trying to collect the money. They're rushing because as I look at one that's a 10, and then I look at mine, you notice that you don't see anything about any scratches yet, right? But let's look at one. This is a 5, right, and it has no scratches on it. You notice that the greater notes have nothing to do with scratches. Let's look at a higher grade that they do say something about scratches on. Let's check this one out. So greater notes. This is a Mewtwo. They gave me a 7 on this. This is a Mewtwo, the OG original Mewtwo, right? So let's just look at it ourselves first. Make our own opinion. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way around the corners. Okay, there's a little, I see that right there. That might be like silver and a little chipping. I get that. I see it. I understand. Coming on up. Nothing over there. Okay. Let's look in the hollow. I want you to make your own decisions. Look in the hollow. Okay. All right. Do you see any scratches in the hollow? Look close. Let me know in the comments. All right. So this was given a 7. Let's look at the back first. Let's look at the back. As you know, all these older cards have a little bit of whitening on the back. I think that's going to be unavoidable. Not sure who graded it. I feel like a person with an understanding of older cards should be the one who grades the older cards. So little whitening there. Way less than any of the other ones you've seen. Okay, that might be the biggest spot right there. They look right there. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Okay, maybe right there. And that's it. Okay. So some whitening on the back. I'm getting a lot of 7s. When I start seeing a lot of patterns, that tells me that this person is trying to hurry up and get finished. That's what I'm getting from it. Just what I know about human nature and human psychology. Let's read. So it's a 7, near mint 7. I guess I was supposed to be like happy about that. Let's come down. So this says multiple defects, no specification. Just multiple defects. Okay, gotcha. And front hollow scratches and back corner chipping. This guy likes back corner chipping. This is his favorite word today, I think, or yesterday, whenever he did it. Okay. It's still got a 7. So it has multiple defects, front hollow scratches, and back corner chipping, and it got a 7. Let's look at the tops one. It says censoring and front bottom right corner. There's literally nothing there. And it got a 5. You just don't like tops or what, buddy? Like, what? Make it make sense to me, please. Just try to make it make sense to me. But okay, all right. Losing faith in the system. Just saying. Starting to feel like gambling. Make your own assumptions. All right, let's look at the last one. So the last one, they love it. They give me a lot of 7s. I wonder why. When you see a continuity of the same number and the same note, red flag. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. I don't think I am. Let's go look at this one. So this is the Pokemon promo Southern Islands 151 Mew. They gave me a 7 on this too. Didn't get an 8. Nowhere to be found. All right, so let's do our own due diligence. Okay. These fronts are flawless. I just want y'all to know that. That's why I chose these to go in the first wave. The fronts, you notice how they only said scratches on the Mewtwo. And when you looked at it with the magnifying glass, did you see scratches? Before I went to it, be honest. I didn't see any scratches. And I have a magnifying glass, a loop, a magnifying glass, and a high lume, flashlight. Didn't see anything. And I'm the hardest grader. So for them to get us a 7, I think you're doing it because I'm new. And I think I'm just holding. But anyway, long story short. Okay, so let's just look across. Got a little bit of like I think there's Pidgey's wing right there. You got Mew. You got a little bit of Charizard in there. You gave me a 7? Okay. All right. You see the front. This is the numbers, guys. So you can go look them up yourself if you want to. Feel free. People hide their number. I'm not hiding, man. You go look it up. Go look it up and do your own due diligence. I think there has to be a change because like this system is flawed a little bit. Okay, so now look at the back. I won't doubt that the back of this has some whitening, right? It's a Pokemon. It's the original Japanese one, so we got a little whitening here. I get that. I understand it. Whitening is worth 3 points though. I'm at a 7 from whitening. Strange. So on a card that's 30 years old, but okay, it's fine. I'm scared to death to see what that Charizard gonna get. That's all I'm gonna say. But all right, let's read the greater notes. It says surface. What does that mean? Back corner and edge chipping. We done seen that before, ain't we? Are they using like a copy and paste system or something? Okay. These cards came out of separate packs and they were stored in separate places. How do they all have back corner and edge chipping? Okay. All right, but surface. Surface. What does that mean? What? Help me understand. Is that a print line? I don't think it is. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by surface. 7. This is the first wave, okay? First 5, I got 3 out of the 5 are 7s. One of them is a 6, and then one of them is a 5. I would have much like why you. It's annoying because they intentionally made this one a 6 because they know that this is kind of a larger money card than Venusaur. But it almost makes me think, okay, so let's test the system then. Since they gave that a 6, if I were to break that out of, I'm gonna go get these in a minute today. So if I break this out of the shell and grade it again and do same day, if it doesn't get a 6, then what happens? Let's say if it grades higher, then who's in trouble? I'd hate to do that, but I'm just saying it seems like they're not giving these cards the due diligence that they deserve. That's just my opinion. Of course, we all have a personal connection to our cards. We all have certain feelings about them. I'm sure y'all feel that way too. I got a buddy. He was telling me yesterday he spent $3,000 submitting like 42 cards, and one of them got a 10. At that point, it starts to feel like a. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know, you probably can guess what the word is. But all right, all right. I want y'all to see all my information. But okay, that's it. We're gonna leave it right there for now. Let me see if I can come back. I hope we weren't dropping too many frames. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, but keep in mind. So just FYI, I got a bulk order that I submitted. It has not showed up online yet. Starting to make me think they're dropping the ball, but I'm gonna double check, make sure I dropped it off yesterday, 100%. It hasn't showed up online yet, so I'm gonna check that, and then I'm also gonna check on the Charizard. I'm not super confident at this point, but just as a just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit, we were able to do some trading yesterday. You know, this is all stuff I already had, but I was able to get this, which I'm kind of happy about. I was able to get this Charizard. It's not the top one now, but I gotta keep a Charizard, you know, in the wings. So check that out. Y'all see that? The back of this thing does not look good. I need to get a better sleeve, but it's fine. The guy had like 3 of them. This was the best one I saw. You know, he seemed very disheartened with the grading system as well. But that's a Charizard. I gotta swap out the sleeve as soon as possible because the one he gave me is like trash. But anyway, but okay, salute to him. I appreciate him. I forget his name, but salute him. And then I also sold the Blastoise. Y'all know the Blastoise had a scratch on it, so we got him out of there. But I was able to. I kept my Raichu, but I was able to grab this Azumarill. I feel like this probably will grade pretty good. Have y'all seen this? So I traded a water and did like a Blastoise with a little money on top. Salute to that guy. He was really cool. He gave me some money on top. I was very upfront with him, and I told him, I was like, hey, man, that Blastoise got a scratch in the HP. He was like, nah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. So I don't know if this is an interesting Azumarill because it has the hollow of the Japanese cards, but it's English. It's something to this. I got to I'm gonna have to sit down and see. But there's a Conroe show back in Texas. We'll see what we can do. Might get that graded there. I got this Raichu. This is like one of the ones I'm keeping in the back. But how all that other stuff graded, I have no clue how they go grade this Raichu. But I had like what is it? It's like a hidden little scratch somewhere. Not on the hollow foil, but somewhere else. But like I don't even know anymore at this point. The way they grade, I don't even know anymore. But as y'all see, I got tons of first edition, so I'm gonna do some trading today. I'm trying to sell some of these. Tons of first edition fossils, so I'm gonna get in the blend. Also, for y'all who are not focusing on Digimon, y'all, if you know anything about Digimon, you know what that Digimon is, right? That's like, where's he at? Y'all see right there? So just, yeah. So I'm trying to see if I should get that Digimon graded, but everything else is just new stuff, you know. And I think I showed y'all this the other day. I'm seeing a lot of this Gengar all over the map now, right? I got 2 of these, but it's like the trick or trade one. It's hollow, by the way. It's like the trick or trade one, so I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna see what I can do. But yeah, just yesterday was a little disheartening, but I'm back at it. We're gonna stay aggressive. We're gonna stay focused, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna try to sell this whole binder if we can, and maybe trade up to some good stuff that we can get graded later. At the end of the day, as long as you don't give up, you still got opportunity. But yeah, it's just I just expected something a little bit different, to be honest with you. But honestly, you should always expect the worst, and if something good happens, then you good. But all right, thanks everybody. I appreciate y'all. I think this is only going out to YouTube, but I'm going to edit all these videos later, so don't worry. So you'll get like a whole collection of everything together at the end. But for now, this is pretty much it. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, I'll see y'all later on. Double finger guns. I'll see y'all later.